Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last tutorials we saw how to perform all the basic neoswing moves, so from now on I think that we can proceed with the dance figures, that I like to call sequences. So where do they come from? Well, you may know that neoswing is a new dance style, it is still a work in progress, and I want to be part of it. So I will invent a bunch of sequences using dance steps that already exist. For example, today's sequence that I already posted on Instagram is called Vico Neo one-leg shuffle combo because it uses 4 different one-leg shuffle variations and they all come from Vico Neo. Another important thing to say before we start is that this tutorial is not for beginners because these moves are simply too hard. So if you are new to this channel or even new to neoswing, I recommend you to watch my previous tutorials first, because neoswing is a great dance style, it is not impossible, but you have to start from the beginning, of course. So, enough talking for now, and let's see how this sequence looks like. As I told you, this is definitely not for beginners. It looks very complicated and it also looks like a whole fluid movement, but I told you that this sequence was made mixing together 4 different one-leg shuffle variations. So let's learn one at a time and then we will try to put them together. The first one-leg shuffle variation we need is Vico Neo's reverse one-leg shuffle variation, that I already explained in tutorial number 7, but it's been a while, so let's revise it. So you start in this position, you lift your right foot, and you turn your left foot around the toe, like this, and then you turn your left foot around the heel, and you lay down this foot. 1. So, from this position, and 1. Then you flip the movement, so you lift this time the left foot, and you turn the right foot around the toe, and you go and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now the rotation pattern so is toe, heel, and each time you change foot and you rotate around the toe, then around the heel. Toe, heel, and that's it. The other 3 are a little bit more complicated because they are both reverse and non-reverse, which means that you have to be able to go left and right on one foot, changing direction. Like this. But let's not get scared, so let's proceed with the second one. Well, the second one is very similar to the previous one. You start in this position, you lift the right foot and you rotate the left foot around the toe, as usual, and then you give a gentle kick to the side with this foot. Meanwhile, you rotate the other foot around the heel, so 1, then you come back in the same position, so and then you lay down your feet. 2. This time the rotation pattern is toe, heel, heel, toe. Then you can flip the movement, of course, so and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here is how it looks, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. But let's move on. The third variation is kind of weird because it starts like the same, so you go and, but you don't have to lift this foot too much because then you have to put it behind the other one. So like this, 1. Rotating this foot around the heel, as usual. Then you come back to the same position, and then you give quite a strong kick to the side. 2. Okay? Then you come back to the same position, and then you go 3, rotating this foot around the heel and putting this foot behind again. And then you go and, same position, and finally 4. You lay down both of your feet. And this time the rotation pattern is a bit longer and it is toe, heel, heel, toe, heel, heel, toe. Then of course you can flip it and go and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So it looks like this, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. But you're not gonna need it because for this sequence we are just gonna use the first half of it. Finally, the fourth variation is similar to the third one, but it is even weirder because it doesn't even come in groups of 8, but in groups of 6, which makes it even cooler because it breaks the rhythm. So how do you do it? Well, you start in this position, you lift this foot and you go and 1, as before. Then you continue with and 2. You give a front kick showing the back of your shoe. And then you continue this way with and 3. Of course, then you can flip it and go and 4 and 5 and 6. Now to remember what you have to do, you can use this trick. So the right foot goes behind, kick, down, and then the left foot does the same. So behind, kick, down. Whereas the rotation pattern is quite complicated because it is toe, heel, heel, toe, heel, toe, and then again toe, heel, heel, toe, heel, toe. So here is how it looks. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And if you are in a dance clip, you can continue with the and 7 and 8 or what else, what you want. Very well, now we are ready to tackle Vico Neo's one leg shuffle combo. So how do we start? Well, we start in this position with the first variation, so and 1 and 2 twice. Then we proceed with the second variation and we do and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Okay? So and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Then we move on with the third variation and we do and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. And this is the cool part of this move because it sticks the two groups of 8 together. So we said and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2. Now we are left with 6 beats, and guess what? What's the move which comes in groups of 6? Of course, the fourth variation. And so we continue and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And we are done. So I'd say that we're done for today. I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next episode.